Bienvenidos, aloha, welcome into TarTV. Alex Crawford and three-time national champion, one-time CIF champion Andy Hayes with you live from the Bill Barnett pool deck, the site of tonight's Battle of the Bay, fourth game of the season for Newport Harbor. Conditions are wet, but I guess they're always wet in water polo, Andy, and this should be a fun game. Sailors early in the season, but they got high expectations. What are you looking forward to out of the Sailors tonight in this Battle of the Bay?
I'm just excited to see them play, Alex. This is my first girls water polo game of the 2021
well, same here.
2022 season. Yeah.
You know I don't watch water polo games without you.
That is true. That is true. You know what? I might almost say the same thing. I'll try to get.
That's not true.
I'll try to get in, support the team, see what's going on. But you know, it's always a little bit more enjoyable when I'm sitting next to you.
And Andy, I know we got the girls game here in front of us, but let's take a moment and say congratulations to the Newport Harbor program as a whole. The guys team. We were just talking to head coach Ross Sinclair, who coaches the guys and the girls here at Newport Harbor, and he was showing us the designs for the championship ring, the CIF Division I championship ring that the boys won and will be taking home, once they get the actual rings. They took home the trophy already. Newport Harbor, as a program for the boys, 13 times they have won the CIF title, the most in the history of the nation, the most winningest program. Championship-winning program, and that's all that Coach Ross and the Newport Harbor program cares about is championships, but the most championship-winning program in the nation in the history of high school water polo. That's pretty neat.
That's incredible. And you know what? And every time we walk in, we see the board of CIF appearances and wins. We had this cool little alumni event at Malarkey's not too long ago, and John Spanky DeBrot, national championship winner at UCSB, he played here. CIFs, he gave a little statistic, a percentage of the amount of CIF championship games that have been played since the D1 sport has been introduced until now. And I think the Sailors have about 25% of the wins.
That's insane.
And have been just under 50% of the time in the championship game. So
that's absolutely insane.
And then one other thing I'd like to mention, the last time the Sailors won a CIF championship, my junior year, 2007, the girls team won the same year, the 2008, in the winter season. So we got both water polo teams won a CIF in the same year, and I'm kind of anticipating something along those same lines this year.
Well, I'd say that's a good omen for this girls' season. Now, the last time we had a real season, not counting the COVID year, the last time we had a real season, girls lost in the semis to Laguna at the Woolett Aquatic Center. That was a great battle, and we knew Laguna was the juggernaut. But Sailors, I think they're the team to beat in CIF D1 this season. I know that's putting a lot of high hopes early, and it's very early. It's too early in the season to really get a good feel for what we're working with Newport Harbor. But Laguna, not the juggernaut they once were. The Sailors girls have high hopes.
Very high hopes. And, I mean, isn't that just typical for Sailor sports?
Yes.
You know, and also, I mean, it's been a pretty good year that football also won that CIF.
Football won CIF, Division 6. Girls getting underway here. Boys winning D1 in water polo, and the Sailors win the opening sprint. Lily Guess, wearing cap number 15, has it. Now back to Anna Reed, and we're underway. Battle of the Bay. And this is a first for us, Andy. We are calling this game from inside the, well, what do you call this room? The film room?
We'll call it the team room.
The team room?
Yeah.
Calling this game from inside the team room because it is wet, not just in the pool, but on the deck, in the bleachers, and pretty much everywhere in the Southland today.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it's coming from the south here. We've seen this angled rain. But you know what? Good thing for the girls in the water. It's not really affecting the gameplay, like you said. Just everything's wet.
So shot clock violation, 0-0 score here early in the first. And Corona Del Mar, Sarah Decker in the goal. Passes it ahead to Aaliyah Cohen. Cohen gets it down to Dee Dee Evans, a freshman in the game for the Sea Queens. Back up top to Cohen. Great pressure defense there by Diaz from Newport Harbor.
Oh, good steal.
Turnover, back to Reed. And here come the Sailors, scoreless here in the first.
Avery Montiel on that steal, playing high in the lane, intercepted that pass.
That's Montiel with it there, cap number 7. They try to get it down low to Taylor Smith, and Sarah Decker comes out of goal for the Sea Queens to take it away. Fast break opportunity here for Corona Del Mar.
So it would have been cool to ask Ross before. We'll definitely get the names and where they're going, but there are a lot.
Oh, wow.
Number 9.
Dee Dee Evans, the freshman, puts it in just to the left of Anna Reed, and Cornell Mar draws first blood in this Battle of the Bay, 1-0. That was
a great shot, top shelf, cross cage.
Beautiful goal.
Beautiful. But yeah, man, we got a lot of D1 athletes in the water right now. Newport's got a lot of girls that are going to Division I schools to play water polo in the next level.
Well, it would behoove us to get that information from head coach Ross Sinclair, because I want to give all these hardworking Sailors water polo players their due.
Yeah, and who do we have here? Morgan Netherton taking a 5-meter penalty.
The prolific Morgan Netherton skips it in off the water. Sailors find the equalizer, 1-1. And Netherton, she's going to be playing somewhere.
I want to say she's going to SC. Her father's a Trojan.
Well, that's just what you want.
That's
the reality.
Totally.
Cornet Del Mar with possession in the white caps. Sailors in the navy caps with the white numbers. Good look there for Claire Usey. That's Dee Dee Evans with it. She has the lone goal for CDM. They try to feed it into the 2 spot. Anna Reed cleans up the mess. Here come the Sailors.
This has got to be the most weather we've ever called a game in, wouldn't you say, Alex?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I even texted Coach Ross this morning as we got another 5-meter shot coming for Newport Harbor.
Nice.
This time it'll be
Bia Diaz got the exclusion.
Oh, it's an exclusion. Okay, sorry, not a 5-meter shot.
Oh, no.
Just an exclusion. But power play for the Sailors. Netherton. Thought about it from long range. Now here's Smith. And
inside of the 2 meters.
A turnover for the Sailors. Back to what I was saying about the weather, Andy. I texted Coach Ross and you this morning, and I just wanted to double check because, you know, I'm still a bit of a greenhorn when it comes to the sport of water polo, and I just want to make sure that, you know, rain or shine, y'all still play, and they do.
Absolutely. The only thing that'll stop a water polo game is lightning, which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, and we're hoping to see some lightning in the water from the Sailors' offense tonight. They've been electric the last couple of seasons. But yeah, rain is coming down very steadily, very heavy. Slight wind blowing to the south.
And Lily Gesser, the exclusion on that play. So we're at Newport's up 6-on-5.
Netherton with it, long range shot, skips it in. She's got the first 2 goals of the night for the Sailors, and they lead 2-1 in the first quarter. Sailors have dominated Corona Del Mar, boys and girls, for as long as we've been calling games, which has been the last 3 seasons, Andy, which makes me feel old. Wow, 3 seasons of water polo under our belt.
Oh, my gosh. You started off as young bucks.
And now we're seasoned bucks. But it has been very dominant by Newport Harbor against the Sea Kings and Sea Queens. For the guys and the girls, they're hoping to keep that up tonight. Anna Reed gets a save, knocking it down with her right paw. Here come the Sailors.
Oh, another exclusion.
Is that 3 so far already in this game?
I think 2. Was it 2 exclusions in a 5-meter?
That's right. Inside look. Oh! Shots blocked. Great save there by Sarah Decker. Sailors will retain possession. It was last touched by the Sea Kings goalkeeper. Big thanks to everybody tuned in on TarTV. First girls water polo broadcast of the season. We'll have a couple more for you over the next 2 months.
So we're figuring out the official here is Jen McCall, and she's trying to figure out something going on with the table, which in high school water polo is always something always a challenge because you do have high school students running the table. So, you know
what? I'll say this, though, about the high school students running the table. I got the opportunity to work at a game at Staples Center recently, and I got to sit at the scorer's table. Didn't get to broadcast it, but I got to sit at the scorer's table. I was helping out with stats, and I sat next to the timekeeper and the guy running the score. And they weren't perfect. I'll just say, I mean, they were doing their best, but there were some times where I was like, hey, that guy's got to stop the clock. So it happens at the highest level.
All right.
And these kids do a pretty darn good job.
No, they definitely do. Definitely do. But sometimes high school kids have other things on their mind.
For sure.
And,
frozen yogurt,
yep.
Mr. Clay's math test.
Oh, gosh. I never had to experience one. Thank goodness.
Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yep. Oh, and Coach Ross is on his knees right now picking out the cone, that half-meter or half-pool cone. He keeps falling in the old drink there.
Get a paperweight for that.
And we got a 5-meter.
Okay, after all that, Morgan Netherton is going to shoot a 5-meter penalty shot. She already sunk one this quarter, and she gets another skip shot to the right of the goalie and in. 3 goals in this quarter for Morgan Netherton, 3 goals for the Sailors, and they lead 3-1.
I think one of the best things I'm seeing right now is these high school students that we've been talking about and their lack of rain clothing.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw somebody with socks and sandals walking around.
This is Newport Beach, California.
Yeah.
This isn't Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine, or places where people are used to this kind of weather.
Yeah.
And a lot of the younger kids here are totally drenched. CDM with possession, down 3-1, bar down, and Reed cleans up the mess. Shot from Emily Clody.
There's an offensive foul on Newport Harbor, so the ball's back in CDM's possession with a new shot clock.
Quick turnover. CDM trails 3-1, still in the first period. A rainy Battle of the Bay. Inside feed, shot to the left of the goal. Reed will track it down, and here comes Newport. Reed with the outlet to Netherton. Netherton working to get it up ahead to Avery Montiel. Back to Netherton. Lily Guess. Caitlin State, that's a new name.
Ooh.
A shot and a goal from Baya Diaz. 4-1, Sailors lead. Sailors getting to work quickly here tonight, Andy.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are.
And Andy, a big congrats is in order to you as well. It's been hard to keep the fans away from you here on the pool deck. You recently passed some sort of exam that allows you now to be called Captain Hayes for the Newport Beach Lifeguard Department.
That is correct, Alex.
Did I butcher any of the details there?
No, you did not. You did not. Passed the test, promotional exam, and myself and Andy Matsuyama got a captain's position last Saturday. And we have Andy White, my old roommate, who just received his background packet to start that whole process. So it's exciting stuff in our department, a lot of movement. We're going to have a lot of new faces running around. So
shot and a goal.
No.
No, oh, that hit the side of the net.
Oh, no. You were right. Sorry,
okay.
They're going back to half.
Okay.
It looked like they were kind of hustling back. But
it did.
There we go.
Well, it was an interesting angle. Might have to get my protractor out for that one, but it went in.
Yeah, it went in. And then, again, for the fans that are listening, we are currently inside of the team room, as mentioned before, with no access to a clock.
Yes, we don't know what time it is in the game.
Yeah, and we're at a new vantage point. So
the weather has pushed us inside, but we will prevail. Inside feed, Netherton dragging bodies with her. And,
wow.
She's going to get another 5-meter?
Morgan earned another. I don't know. She earned this 5-meter, but, I mean, clearly from her stats right now, she's been all over the place offensively. So.
Well, this is her third 5-meter attempt in this quarter. She sunk the first 2. Can she get a hat trick for the 5-meter alone? She does. This time to the left of Sarah Decker. And Netherton has 4 goals all by herself. Sailors have 5 total. They lead 5-2. Dee Evans had the first goal for Corona Del Mar, and we'll have to check with the official stat keeper eventually, but I believe she had the second as well. Here comes Corona Del Mar. Down 3 goals in the first.
Oh, nice. A good steal by Newport. Who is that? Number 7, Avery Montiel.
Oh, here's Netherton. All alone. Dangerous territory for CDM.
Ooh.
Oh, bar out.
Good attempt. Oh, nice hustle. Oh, nice. Bia
Diaz tracking it down. Hustle rewarded. Here come the Sailors. Netherton again. Pressured by Claire Usey. Advantage, Newport Harbor. Alex Love. And Diaz tries to feed it inside to the 2-meter player, Taylor Smith, but it's a turnover.
7.
And a timeout taken by Corona Del Mar. We'll keep it right here. Maybe we can get one of these Groms to check the time for us. But the score in the first quarter, Newport Harbor 5, CDM 2, 22 seconds left in the first. Corona Del Mar taking a strategic timeout. And they'll try to get a goal before the end of the first quarter, down by 3. Up top, UC has it, guarded by Netherton. Over to McKenna Macedo. Shot, oh, right into the breadbasket of Anna Reed. The horn will sound, and that does it for the first quarter. Sailors score 5, CDM 2. We head to the second, Sailors with a 3-goal advantage. You are watching Girls Water Polo Battle of the Bay on TarTV. Welcome back into TarTV. Alex Crawford, Andy Hayes with you live from the Bill Barnett pool deck. Great start to the game for Newport Harbor, and a great start to the game for Morgan Netherton. Andy, 4 goals in that first quarter for her alone. Sailors had 5. They lead 5-2.
Oh, dude, fantastic. It's really cool. I mean, Morgan, not only was she scoring those goals, she was also earning ejections in 5 meters. And definitely an offensive threat, and our defense has been playing awesome. So we'll see what the rest of this game, the next 3 quarters got.
Well, for those watching at home, everyone gets excited. I get excited for the offense and the scoring. And 3 5-meter shots for Netherton.
Nice.
The Sailors earn an exclusion. Power play here.
Taylor Smith.
But we know championships are won, and Coach Ross emphasizes the importance of defense. First and foremost for his programs, guys and girls. And so as great as the 5-2 score is, I think it was the defense really that Ross would have been happy with from that first quarter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think
and another 5-meter shot from Morgan Netherton. We don't have time to have a conversation before she's back shooting penalty shots. Her 4th of the game, and she sinks that one. She's got 5 goals. Sailors lead 6-2.
And what I love about all this scoring is every time you score, the time stops, just increasing the amount of time these people have to stand in the rain. Well, we're sitting here under a nice
it's great.
in a room, 4 walls and a roof.
Oh, it's great. Best seats in the house.
Oh, for sure.
It is wet out there. And CDM with possession, trailing by 4. Shot clock winding down, single digits. Netherton cleans it up. 2-way player, Morgan Netherton, the senior, 5 goals. She gets the takeaway there. Oh, what an outlet pass by Anna Reed on a frozen rope. Inside feed is broken up, but if we had a replay, I would run that Anna Reed pass back again and again. That was a thing of beauty.
Right on the money.
Woo.
And that's such a huge part of a goalie. I mean, obviously, right, they say in the cage that they block goals, but if you can have a goalie that can make a pass like that on a fast break, awesome. And I don't know what's more awesome, that pass or Taryn Rodriguez's umbrella. That was out of control.
We might have to get him in here for an interview. The legend, Taryn Rodriguez, on the scene.
Lily Guess, ejection.
Power play opportunity for Corona Del Mar. Up top, Emily Cloherty with it. Sea Kings moving it around, Claire Usey. Shot clock winding down. Back to Cloherty. Tries to get it up top to Usey. Now pressure defense comes from the Sailors. Shot, bar out. Reset of the shot clock. Here's a shot, skip shot, saved by Reed. Cleaned up by Lily Guess. That was a good defensive possession for the Sailors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No goals, ate up about a minute of gameplay with what, a 6-goal lead?
Inside feed. Oh, Taylor Smith mauled down low, turnover. Here comes Corona Del Mar.
Oh, offensive.
Turnover.
Yep.
Sailors ball.
Oh, fast break.
Netherton to Smith. Smith one-on-one with Sarah Decker. Can she get her first goal of the game? She does. Taylor Smith puts it in. And Sailors go up 7-2. 7-2 Sailors lead. 4:19 to play in the second quarter. Really dominant performance thus far by Newport Harbor, as they are prone to do against the Sea Kings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or Sea Queens.
Yes, any of them, really.
Any of the...
It's whatever mascot the CDM High School's representing at the time. But, I mean, it's rivalries, right? We love those games. No matter what, it doesn't matter how anybody's doing. It's just you always get fired up to play that crosstown rival.
Exclusion, so power play here for Corona Del Mar.
She's got
Up top, Aaliyah Cohen has it. Cornet Del Mar with the advantage. Cohen, shot, bar out. Tipped by Diaz. And swimming over is Amoroso for Newport Harbor. Cornet Del Mar retaining possession. And now a turnover. Sailors get the ball back.
So we got to watch out. Lily Guess has 2 ejections, according to my stats at the moment. She's only allowed 1 more. She's a heavy player, a heavy contributor on this team.
Heavy hitter. Timeout taken by Newport Harbor and head coach Ross Sinclair. What do you think he's talking? What do you think he's talking about there, Andy?
Easy on the exclusions. When we get our opportunities in front of the cage, take your time, have your patience, get on your legs, and finish the shot. Because we've completed a lot of opportunities here. Already got 2 in this quarter, 5 in the last. But when you're given gifts like that beautiful dime from Anna Reed, and you rush a pass into 2 meters, or you make it, you post up like Taylor Smith did. She made an incredible move. But was just kind of like lost her spatial awareness. The goalie came out. Those are kind of opportunities that you got to bury. And if you can, because you don't know if you're going to get those again, and you got to bury them when you get them, and just close this thing out as soon as we can. That's what I think he's saying. I could be totally wrong.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh geez. Working with there's a lot of factors right now, huh, Alex?
A lot of moving parts, a lot of people getting tangled up in our cords, a lot of water, not just in the pool, but on the pool deck. And stick around because we will have a post-game interview with someone. Maybe Ross Sinclair, Sailors head coach, maybe one of the players, maybe Taryn Rodriguez will join us at halftime. Who knows?
The options are really endless.
They really are. If Sean Bolton is here, Newport Harbor principal, we'll hand him the microphone. Inside feed.
There it is. Nice.
And
5 meters.
Another 5-meter shot from Morgan Netherton as Diaz draws the foul. Netherton has already made 4 5-meter penalty shots in this game. We're not even at halftime. And here's her 5th. And this time, she's denied?
Looked like the goalie got to it before the whole ball crossed the plane.
Wow.
Unlike football, you need the whole ball behind the plane.
Well, I'd say 3/4 of the ball were behind the plane, but Cornet Del Mar goalkeeper Sarah Decker able to knock it out at the last minute. So Netherton denied. First time we've said that today. Sea Queens turn it over, and here comes Newport Harbor. Alex Love trying to get it down to Amoroso. Inside,
nice. Shot
and a goal.
Great pass, good finish.
Bia Diaz with the goal for the Sailors. And that was a beautiful pass. Who was that pass from?
Let's see. That could have been Avery Montiel.
Okay, because that was a really nice.
Oh yeah, that 6-3, that 3-post, get the ball, like the defender, X3 moves. Good ball movement by Newport Harbor, creating space with the defense, and then getting that 3-post wide open. Quick pass, good finish.
CDM with possession now. Claire UC has it. Trying to feed it down to 2 meters. Oh, is that another exclusion?
Exclusion on Newport. Yeah. Who's that? 8.
That is Chiara Amoroso. Her first exclusion. And a shot sails high. Shot from Dee Dee Evans, the Cornet Del Mar freshman who has their 2 goals. And here come the Sailors the other way, leading in this one 8-2. Pass is just a little bit out in front of Peterson. Angelina Peterson in the game, sophomore. Another new name, new face for the Sailors.
That's awesome.
Wearing cap number 3. And she's now playing some tight defense on Aaliyah Cohen.
If that pass just would have been 6 inches closer to her, that would have been a 5-meter. The importance of passes.
And a Cornell Mar turnover. Anna Reed has it in the goal for the Sailors. Great pass up ahead to Montiel. Montiel gets it to Netherton. Back to the lefty. Avery Montiel in cap number 7. And now Paige Nagel has it. Closest to us. Feed inside. Tipped out by Sarah Decker. Sailors will keep possession. I like that quick shot from the 2 position, Andy.
Absolutely. Having a quick release like that is huge.
Netherton. Ooh. Trying to get it to Montiel. And the Cornell Mar takes it away. A rare mistake from Morgan Netherton. Sea Kings get possession back, trailing by 6. Cornell Mar has it at mid-pool. 21 seconds left until halftime. Shot clock is off. And this could be the last possession of the opening half. CDM trying to get some points on the board. Shot, Anna Reed is right there.
Do you see how long she was on her legs for that? She was there for 5 minutes.
Elevated
water.
like a cobra.
Oh, my gosh.
Clock winding down. Reed hucks it at the goal, and the horn sounds for halftime. Sailors in control of this one. 8-2, they lead. We'll have the second half for you when we come back from the Bill Barnett pool deck. Alex Crawford, Andy Hayes with you here. You are watching Battle of the Bay Water Polo on TarTV.
We're not leaving, we're staying. If you want to ride, you need a ride, right? Yeah, I came over for next year. So we can give you a ride if you need a ride. I'll go with Brady. All right, mate. Yeah. So that means you've earned his umbrella. Giving him a ride. Oh, yeah, you guys get it. Come. Please.
I know, I looked down, I was like, hey.
There we go. He's got a double umbrella. Brady, there's another room here, right? Just watch this screaming over there. I haven't gone, I didn't go this week to, on the water. You're the first thing I got on the week ago? Just starting to get over it. Right. It's so bad. I haven't been in the water. I've been in the workout.
How is it out there?
Maybe 3 or 4 hours. Mondays is good observation. Mondays is real quick question. So that's the water so good. Maybe it's just the season. Yeah, maybe like one Monday. Really want to go do that? Come winter, I'm like, sleeping with the meat. He says, winter, 1, 2. I really like that pool. 5. Looks like an umbrella. still enough that we could sleep up and just ready after the game. And that's when we were at 26. Yeah. So the 1 and 2 will be twice as fast. Okay. 4 and 5. I bet it's going to shoot up. 1 and 5 are twice as fast. Yeah. On 2. But, yeah, I mean, it's just someone trying to show up there, man. Oh, yeah? I know. You know, when you just touch the truck, the water streams through the bricks in. And it's, 6'5", 6'7". First time ever playing on a water coaster.
Welcome back into TarTV. Alex Crawford, Andy Hayes with you here on a cold, rainy night. A great night for water polo because it's always wet in the water, and the Sailors are having fun in this one. 8-2, they lead, opening up the third quarter of play here from the championship deck, the Bill Barnett pool deck. Boys won the CIF Southern Section D1 title 13 times. Newport Harbor's taking it home at the boys level. The girls, just like they did in 07, looking to win as well. 07-08, boys and girls. Was it 08 girls, 07 boys? Is that how they count that?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because they'll eventually win, right? Like for the girls, they'll eventually win in 2022.
Yes.
And I just got a very nice text from your old health coach, or health teacher, and my old water polo coach, Jason Lynch.
Oh, yeah?
Coach Lynch.
Is he tuned in?
He's tuned in.
Wow, I got to step my game up because Lynch doesn't take any nonsense.
No, he does not. No, he does not. Just like, unlike CDM's taking the nonsense from the old Sailors right now after another goal scored on him after a 5-meter penalty shot.
Who put that in for the Sailors? Was it Morgan Netherton again?
I can't say for sure, but if I was a betting man, that's what I'd say.
Well, we'll give it to her on our stat sheet. We'll see if we can find that out. Sorry, you said Coach Lynch was watching, and I got to stay buttoned up here.
Totally, right? It's time for the A game. We always bring the A game, but it's A+ game.
Here comes Avery Montiel on the fast break. The lefty gets it back to Lily Guess. And the Sailors keep possession. That's Morgan Netherton with it. Shot clock is winding down. Montiel. And we're going to get a desperation heave.
Ooh.
Off the top crossbar. And a turnover.
Did you say Lily Guest got ejected?
I didn't say that.
Oh. Well, we got a red flag. It's been tough. We got a red flag. Somebody is.
Did someone say that? I didn't say that.
No. I don't know. But I just saw a red flag, and I knew that Lily had 2 exclusions. And the red flag means that they fouled out. So I'm not sure who our player was that fouled out.
Well, I see Lily Guest still in the pool. So
okay, good. That's great to hear.
It's, for those tuned in at home, Andy and I are not in our usual spot. We're pretty far from the action.
We are.
Typically, we're right up on the water's edge.
Yeah, usually our feet are in there.
Yeah, usually I'm dipping my toes in. Not tonight, because we've got enough water on the ground in here.
Yeah, we do. But you know what? It adds to it.
It's a real downpour. It's a real torrential downpour here.
Well, we got I think the officials are hashing out. And Coach Ross is coming over.
I am amazed by how many hats head coach Ross Sinclair wears during a game. He's often, checking in with the scores table. He's making sure we're staying dry. Yeah, and he's doing everything. And by the way, he's coaching championship water polo.
Oh my gosh, I know. What a turnaround from the early days.
A regular, kind of like the Phil Knight of water polo, some would say.
The Phil Knight.
Or sorry, not Phil Knight. Phil Jackson.
Oh,
got my wires crossed there.
He's the shoe guy of water polo. That's right. You are absolutely right. But we were fair enough on.
We were talking about Phil Knight with Coach Ross before the game. He recommended the book Shoe Dog, which is the Phil Knight autobiography. But, sorry, the Phil Jackson of water polo, Ross Sinclair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if anybody would ever say Ross is the Zen master. You know,
yeah, no, I know. Yeah, you're right.
Other than that, I'd say, yeah, he's just like Phil Jackson.
Yeah, outside of the Zen thing. But there's, he's a somewhat Zen.
Somewhat Zen.
Well, I guess when your team is up, is it 9? Is it 9-2?
I got 5.
Do some quick math.
8, 9. That's what I got.
When your team's up 9-2, it's easy to be Zen. I'm trying to see if we can figure out who scored the last goal for the Sailors and if anyone is permanently ejected from the game.
Oh, so we're finding out that the scoreboard, which contains the clock and score,
shorted out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it shorted out. I'm not an electrician.
No. Well, with our feet in this puddle of water, let's hope,
let's hope that
the electricians did their job.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, a lot of water, but it is water polo, so
yes,
you do expect some level of moisture.
We do.
So let's recap the game really quick.
Let's do it, Alex.
Morgan Netherton, by my count, 6 goals. Taylor Smith, 1. Is it Bia Diaz?
I think so.
That's another new name, a new fresh face we're getting accustomed to here. Game number 4 of the season. Sailors looking to move to 4-0. And Diaz has 2 goals. That's how the Sailors have 9. Dee Dee Evans, the freshman for CDM, she has 2. And, Andy, you taught me early in my water polo broadcasting days that the goal is 4 goals or less given up by our defense at the end of a game. So 1 goal per quarter, and the Sailors currently achieving that standard.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I mean, that is like the gold standard, if you will, right? Obviously, a shutout's always the best, but a gold standard is to not let a team score more than 1 goal.
Sailors
per quarter.
Doing that thus far now after the scoreboard back working here at Newport Harbor High School. Shot clock is down to 2. An offensive foul, a quick turnover. Here come the Sailors. Avery Montiel sneaking out on the fast break. She grabs the ball, and Sailors will have possession here. Up big. Montiel to Lily Guess, playing with those 2 fouls. 2 exclusions.
Nice pass.
Taylor Smith has it inside. She couldn't quite uncork that one the way she wanted to, and Sarah Decker cleans it up for Corona Del Mar. Sea Kings back on possession, looking for their 3rd goal of the game.
That was a great pass and a good move. Taylor just wasn't able to get that separation from the defender that she wanted.
And how about that speed by Anna Reed coming out of the goal saying, that ball's mine. Reed, still just a junior.
What?
Yeah, we've been watching her since her freshman year.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was so good as a freshman. It's crazy. She's actually gotten better each year.
Nice, an exclusion.
Sailors
Good.
Power play. Shot, goal,
Good.
Easy money. Bia Diaz, hat trick for her. Like I said, she's a new name and a new face.
Yeah.
And we've already had to say her name thrice today.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. It's so cool seeing the new crew come through and make a name for themselves and just get Newport back on track. But what I want to compliment that last play. It's always an exclusion, right? I earned an exclusion on my defender. That defender has to leave, leaving me wide open. And not always do people recognize, because you still see that hat floating around. You don't always recognize that they're open, but they were able to make. But Newport was able to make that quick pass. Bia Diaz was able to kick it out, get the ball alive, get it back for that goal. So that was a great 6-on-5 opportunity. Didn't last long, but it didn't need to. And 8. Chiara Amoroso with the penalty.
We're going to get a 5-meter shot from Claire Yusi, wearing cap number 17 for Corona Del Mar. They trail 10-2. Anna Reed in goal for the Sailors. Here comes the shot from Yusi. Oh, it skips to the left of Reed, and in. 3rd goal of the game for CDM, 10-3. Your score, 3rd quarter here from the Battle of the Bay.
Still holding on to the 1 goal per quarter.
Coach Ross looking for some of that 07-08 magic. Last title before this one was under Coach Lynch in 2007 for the boys.
Correct.
And then the girls won in 08. Let's see if Newport can do it again. Still early in the season. Sailors with possession. Taken away by Sarah Decker in goal. And the small smattering of CDM water polo fans here, they got something to cheer about for the first time in a while. Ordinary foul. Possession CDM. Oh, Anna Reed is all over that one.
Good defense by Newport.
Sailors defense. If Reed didn't get there, Taylor Smith was gonna. And Sailors back on offense. Beautiful outlet pass from Anna Reed. Now, cross pull pass to Lily Guess. Shot clock down to single digits. Inside feed, shot and a goal. Angelina Peterson, the sophomore, first goal of her varsity career. She's got the Sailors up 11-3.
That's amazing. And then also, we just got our window closed for our time update. So bear with us.
We were taking on some water from that open window.
Yeah.
So we did have to close it. But we'll do our best to check. 2:54 to play in the third. We appreciate the Groms. Who is that giving us the time?
So we got Will. Oh my goodness, Senior Wasserman. I could be getting that wrong. I should know it. And then we got John. Oh my gosh, what's John's last name? I should know this. I work with him.
You know, I shouldn't have asked. Wednesday. I shouldn't have asked.
No, it's okay. But we got Will and John, the boys, the crew.
Since we can't see the scoreboard from our vantage point, we will rely on their word. Sailors back on possession. Up 11-3. Late in the third quarter. Inside feed, shot. How about another goal? This time, Lily Guest, the crowd loves it as the steam comes off the pool here. 12-3, Sailors lead.
Nice shot. Not the easiest angle for a righty on that 4-5 side. But she's able, oh, nice. 6 for 6.
Got a lot of substitutions in the pool.
Maybe Avery staying in. Whatever. Minimum 5 new bodies in the pool for the Sailors.
CDM back on possession. They try to feed it down to Claire Usey. Turnover. Netherton and is that cap number 6, Riley Harrington, in on defense for the Sailors. A couple of new caps in the water for Newport Harbor. They got it down at the 1 spot. Now working it around the pool. That's McKaylee Hansberger. Shot clock low, shot to the left of the goal by Bia Diaz. And it'll be CDM possession.
That was a good look. That was a good move. A little dry pass in the 2-meter.
Good defense there by Bia Diaz. CDM gets it over to Emily Clordy. Down at the 1 spot. Lily Britt has it. Shot. Anna Reed's there. Light work for the junior goalkeeper. Saves galore for Anna Reed tonight. She pushes it up ahead to Avery Montiel. Now Diaz with it. Shot clock, 7 seconds. Trying to get it down to 2 meters. CDM picks it off. Waning seconds of this third quarter. Sailors firmly in control. A lot to a little. We'll check the official score in a minute. Can't see the scoreboard from our vantage point.
You know, and I'm still shaking up some statistic cobwebs. Getting these down, getting numbers.
We haven't done a water polo game in a little bit. First girls game of the season.
Ooh.
End of the third quarter, and the Sailors defense holds. At the end of 3, CDM has 3, and Newport has 12. 12-3. Sailors lead. Fourth quarter of the Battle of the Bay coming up on TarTV.
That sounds like it.
Welcome back in to TarTV. Fourth quarter getting ready to get underway here. Rainy night at Newport Harbor High School. Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Christmas Eve's Eve tonight.
Do you do anything special?
For this night,
Yeah.
call water polo games with my buddy Andy Hayes.
And believe it or not, folks, we did not plan that.
Well, I mean, this is a great tradition. I wish we could do it every year. No, I don't really do anything special the night before Christmas.
Do you get a little butterflies, like hoping Santa's going to come? Are you still nervous, or?
I still believe, if that's what you're asking.
Believe?
In Santa.
People don't?
Hope we don't have any kids listening. Some people don't. Believe it or not. Another opening sprint won by the Sailors. Avery Montiel tips it back to Lily Guess, and the fourth quarter is underway. Sailors lead 12-3. 6 of those goals coming from the senior Morgan Netherton, 3 from Bia Diaz, 1 from Taylor Smith, 1 from Angelina Peterson, and 1 from Lily Guess.
Nice.
And how about another one?
Yeah.
Or how about the first one for Alex Love?
There you go.
13-3. Sailors up by 10.
I mean, that was a great finish, but the pass, great pass. But then also Alex Love did an incredible job to box out the defender and have nothing but empty water in front of her inside of the 2-meter line. So it's good offensive possession for the Sailors.
Just been a great game through and through for Newport Harbor, offense and defense. Only 3 goals allowed by this defense as we see Avery Montiel applying the pressure for Newport. CDM with possession. And another takeaway. Taylor Smith gets her mitts on it, and Morgan Netherton will swim ahead with it for the Sailors. Big thanks to everybody tuned in tonight on TarTV. A lot of things you could be doing on Christmas Eve. Watching a Christmas movie, baking cookies, but you chose to tune in to Newport Harbor Water Polo. We thank you.
Have you been indulging in any sweets, eggnog?
I've been pretty good,
All right.
but we're going to let loose starting after this game.
All right.
Shot clock, and the shot goes over the top of the cage, so a turnover. No, we're gonna start busting into the cookies and the nog, all the good stuff.
Good.
What about you?
I've been training for the last 2 weeks, so I've been having a healthy amount of cookies and eggnog.
Training as in getting yourself ready.
Acclimated.
For.
Correct.
Because you go hard on the cookies all of a sudden without proper preparation, you're gonna get sick to your tummy.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, that's smart.
It's a classic training maneuver.
I actually remember, Andy, one time in high school, right around the holidays, I remember talking to you and you telling me, it always stuck with me because it made me feel okay about indulging over the holiday season. You said, I'm going to get really plump this holiday season. Like going into winter, it was like the day before winter break, you're like, I'm going to come back nice and plump. And I always think about that, and I'm like, it's okay. Have an extra gingerbread cookie.
Yeah, or 10 of them.
Especially if they're homemade. Here comes CDM, white caps for the Sea Queens, navy blue for Newport. Sailors lead 13-3. And that's Jillian Schlom with it. Back up to Claire Usey. And shot goes over the top. Coach Sinclair has
Get the ball quick.
Folded up his umbrella, and despite the 10-point lead, not being very zen in his choice of words with Jen McCall.
I wish I would have saw what he saw.
I can't see it from here, but he saw something he was not happy with. Down at the one spot. That's Alex Love with it. Cross pool pass to Montiel. The lefty uncorks it. Oh my goodness, headhunting with that one. And Alex Love, Avery Montiel gets her first goal of the game. Sailors up 14-3. 4:15 to play in the fourth quarter. It looks like we got 6 for 6.
6 for 6. Alex, you're turning into quite the water polo person here.
I remember I saw Coach Lynch, who I think is tuned in. He might have tuned out by now with the blowout. But knowing the water polo junkie he is, he'll probably watch to the very end. But I saw him, and I saw him at the Woolwood Aquatic Center in 2019 or 2020 when the girls were in the playoffs. And I said, you know, water polo is a pretty cool game. I'm getting pretty into it. And he like grabbed my shoulder and he said, you'll get addicted. And I'm like, I'm not there yet, Coach Lynch.
Oh, that is the classic Coach Lynch. That's perfect. I can see that and hear it perfectly.
But I can see what he means. It's a beautiful sport.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely a beautiful sport.
Here's Isabel Del Villar up ahead with it. And now Angelina Peterson has it for the Sailors. Ordinary foul. Peterson back to Del Villar. Shot clock winding down. Newport trying to get into the 2-meter position. That's McKaylee Hansberger. And that is a shot clock violation, a turnover. Corona Del Mar possession.
That was good defense by the Sea Queens.
Oh, how about Anna Reed coming out 5 meters out of the goal. 6 meters out of the goal, cleaning up the mess.
She owns that in between the posts and all the way 5 meters. That's her spot.
What is it between the posts? It's 3 meters, right?
Oh, my gosh.
3 meters between the posts. We looked that up in the boys' season.
Yes.
Those are Anna Reed's 3 meters. Sailors got possession up 11. Working it around the perimeter. Shot just to the right of the goal. Uncorking that one was Paige Nagel. And Corona Del Mar back with the offensive possession. Swimming ahead with it is Emily Cloherty. Crossing mid-pool. She gets it over to Kendall D'Ambrosia. And the Sailors defense, I guess, committed a foul. I was going to say swarming to the ball. CDM keeps possession. That's a turnover and Newport ball.
Okay, so what that was that CDM player was fouled in between the 5 and the 6 meter line while we have these 2 cones. So you have to shoot it right off the foul. You can't make it live. She was outside of that second cone. That would have been an okay shot, but that was an illegal shot.
On the other end for Newport, Lily Guest tries to get it to Paige Nagel. It's a turnover, but it was almost a beautiful sequence. Here's Claire Usey swimming up ahead. She's got a good look, and she puts it past Reed for her second goal of the day. CDM, goal number 4, 14-4, your score in the 4th quarter of this Battle of the Bay. Andy, we'll be back a couple more times this season for some more broadcasts of Newport Harbor Girls Water Polo. Not as many as in previous years, but we're going to work, because we expect a deep postseason run out of this team. We're going to try to figure out a way we can get some postseason broadcasts going.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, for the people out there listening, Alex, CIF charges a fee.
Oh, yeah, it costs an arm and a leg to broadcast a postseason game. And so we're hoping to figure out, maybe we can get a postseason sponsor, because we do expect these girls to go on a run.
Yeah, we do. And you know, if weather permits like this, weather holds down the stretch, people probably won't be making it to the game.
That's true.
Not a lot of coverage.
Oh, how about that? Anna Reed swimming out 8 meters out of the goal to take that one away from Corona Del Mar. And now a dime down to.
We're up. Nice. Ooh.
Oh. Shot by Paige Nagel misses.
I like the idea. That defender of CDM was quick to react.
Possession back to CDM. .48 seconds to play. Things winding down. Oh, Anna Reed now getting aggressive. I think she's come out of the goal 4, 5, 6 meters the last couple possessions. Oh, and she doesn't get back. Reed gambled on that one. And Claire Usey, Corona Del Mar senior, she's got a hat trick. CDM's got 5, 14-5. Final 30 seconds of this match as Caitlin State, freshman, checks in for Newport.
Oh, the only freshman on the roster.
And here's some of the crowd cheering her on. Freshman getting in the game. Anna Reed holds it for Newport. Moves it up ahead to Nagel. And now that is the freshman, State with it. Cross pool pass. Inside look. A shot at the goal.
Sick.
McKaylee Hansberger, in the final seconds of this game, scores the 15th point for Newport. Crowd loves it. A punctuation mark to a dominant Battle of the Bay performance for head coach Ross Sinclair's squad. CDM. D'Ambrosia has it. Back out, Lily Britt. Up top, final second. Skip shot gets in at the horn from the junior McKenna Macedo. 6 goals given up by the Sailors, 15-6 your score. And that'll do it. In this Battle of the Bay, 4th game of the season for the Sailors, they move to 4-0, 15-6. Your final score, dominant performance on both ends. Andy, really impressed by Newport Harbor here tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even though they got 2 goals over our 4-goal, our little threshold, their 2 at the end had really no effect on the game.
Couple garbage time goals for CDM.
Yeah.
You know, although I know Ross doesn't want to give up any of those, garbage time or not.
Yep. Everything's a training and practice opportunity, right? So.
Well, yeah, when you're a program at the level of Newport Harbor, everything is building for that postseason.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'd rather get those garbage goals out now in a game like this then down the stretch in a tight one.
Then have them be non-garbage goals against a great team in the CIF Division I Southern Section postseason.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Well, if you're watching at home, stick around for a minute because we will be joined at some point here soon by someone. I know that's kind of vague, but at some point here, we will be joined by Ross Sinclair, maybe Morgan Netherton, someone important.
We have two old players of mine back from the 12 and under years, home from college, Harvard, and where'd we go?
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Us two combined don't even match one of them.
No. I went to a state school.
Yeah.
You went to a private institution.
I did, but it's not for academics.
Oh, okay.
Not on the academics.
Yeah. Well, you do have a degree, though, right?
I do.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Pete Castillo, CIF champ.
Wow. What's up? What's up, Pete? Let's give Pete the mic. You came in here, now you have to go on TarTV.
You don't get out easy.
Okay, joining us here on TarTV. He didn't play in the game tonight, but he did play in a lot of games for the boys in their season, including the championship win for Newport Harbor. Pete Castillo, sophomore?
Yeah.
How's the off-season going, Pete?
It's going great. I'm enjoying my break.
Yeah.
Well earned, I believe. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's great to spend some fun time with the team, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Tell us about that championship game, that win. What did that mean for you? What did that mean for the program? How good did it feel? We didn't get a chance to talk to you yet, so congrats, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, it was astounding. The feeling is surreal, and there's no other way to explain it except that it was a team effort, and we deserved it.
You'll take that ring with you all the way to the grave. No one can take it away.
No
I
one
still
can
got
take it
mine. Still got it. It's not going anywhere.
What year is that?
07. You been born yet?
05.
Okay.
Oh, that's close. That's close.
I
Making
remember
me feel
seeing
old.
Pete. I would go hang out with his brother Nate when you guys lived right around here.
Yeah, just in the shores.
Yeah, and Pete was in a stroller. He's quite grown out of that stroller nowadays.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll fit in a stroller anytime.
Pete, one more question before we let you go. Heading into next season, I know we're kind of a long ways away, but what's the message to the team? What are you guys talking about? Do you think you can repeat? Is it too early for me to be saying those words?
Well, it all comes in the practices. Depends on how much effort and how much time and effort we put into those practices. And as a team, the season will form. And it's a little too early to make predictions, in my opinion. But
yeah, leave that up to us. Yeah, you guys just keep your side of the street clean, and we'll make our predictions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Right on, Pete.
All right.
Enjoy the break, buddy.
Yeah,
and have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, congrats on the
you
big
too,
win.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, Happy New Year, Pete Castillo, champion.
Oh my gosh.
And
in the presence of a champion.
And how about another champion? Taryn Rodriguez covers Newport Harbor for pretty much every outlet there is. Taryn, was this your first time taking in a girls' water polo game for the Sailors this year?
No, this was my second. The first one was against St. Clemente, but Newport Harbor hasn't really had a chance to play a whole lot of competition. They only played 3 matches coming in, and this one was kind of probably their stiffest competition. No offense to the other 3 opponents that Newport Harbor played. It was a very impressive win. Always good to win in league. Those are the important games. But next week, the Bill Barnett Holiday Cup is going to be very tough as Newport Harbor's the top seed, Laguna Beach is the top seed. A lot of challenging teams such as San Marcos, Mater Dei, Santa Margarita, Oaks Christian, heck, even Corona del Mar is in there. So it's going to be a tough tournament, but, this Newport Harbor team is something special this season.
Yeah, Taryn, what's impressed you about Newport Harbor girls water polo thus far?
I think what's impressed me the most is their offensive output, and their defense is able to pretty much shut down the opponent. Obviously, they have been playing really great, but you also have to give credit to their goalie, Anna, who has really made the jump.
Oh, yeah.
She is only a junior, and this senior class is really talented. You have Taylor Smith, Morgan Netherton, Lily Guess, Alex Love, all committed to Division I schools. And then you have underclassmen as well. And then you also can't forget about Bia Diaz, who had a hat trick today. I think this might have been her first game.
Yeah.
Because she was battling a finger injury. But that just is another notch for Newport Harbor in terms of its offense and defensive output.
Well, Taryn, always good to talk to you. Andy, sorry, I didn't let you ask any questions. You got anything for?
No, just so great to see you, Taryn, and your umbrella. I think takes the cake for the umbrella of the evening.
Yeah, you did have the best umbrella on
So-
the pool deck. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
And
Thank
I
you.
always love your commentary and everything that you can add, because between the two of us, there can be some gaps, and that's why we got Taryn to fill in those gaps.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to next week. Bill Barnett Holiday Cup is going to be something very special, and Laguna Beach has dominated the past seasons, but we'll see if Newport Harbor can throw their name in the hat and possibly pull off the win in the tournament.
Well, we're gonna let you go, Taryn. We're gonna try to get an interview with one of the girls players. Thanks for joining us on TarTV. We appreciate it, and we'll see you at the next match we broadcast.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All
Go
right, Taryn, thank
Sailors.
you. Go
Sailors.
Sailors.
Baby. Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
let's do it. Okay.
Where's she going? Maris.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, you can hold. I don't think.
Oh, can I hold?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's
of
fine.
course.
It's fine. McKaylee Hansberger joining us. You had a goal there towards the end of the game. You're going to play water polo at Marist?
Yeah, I am going to.
Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win. What's the goal for the team this season?
I mean, I think our goal this season is just grow together as a team. I mean, obviously we've been off to a really good start, but we really just want to put all our energy forward and just go together as a team. I think teamwork is our biggest thing, and mentality. It's not even all about winning all the time. It's just how can we progress as a team and get better together.
That's awesome input. Yeah, I've never thought of it like that. Learn from the losses or whatever, but we haven't had any, and hopefully we don't. But
Yeah.
that's cool. Right on. And Maris, where's Maris?
It's up in New York. It's up in Poughkeepsie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie.
It's going to be a lot colder than
It
this.
is. It's gonna be a lot colder, but it's so pretty up there.
Looks like you're handling it right now. I can see your
Yeah.
breath. It's so cold out there. You're already getting prepped.
Already getting ready for it.
Right on.
What can I say?
Okay, so let's talk about this game here. Dominant performance. Sailors won 15-6. What enabled you guys to play so dominant here against Corona Del Mar?
I mean, I think definitely our practice this week leading up to it was a huge factor into how well we've been playing. I mean, I feel this week we started off to a rocky start, just not a lot of great teamwork, and then we just had a team meeting together, and we discussed what we want to do, not only for this week, but how we want to progress together as a team and how we want to get better. We did our scouting reports. We learned their plays. We just we were very, very, very prepared for this game, and we knew how we wanted to approach it, and I think that showed throughout the game.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Teamwork, togetherness. Sounds like the theme of the season.
Yeah, mentality, how we're going to grow.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to our next TarTV broadcast of girls water polo. Thanks, McKaylee.
Awesome.
And
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Good
Congrats
job.
on the goal and the
Thank
win.
you.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps it up here from the Bill Barnett pool deck. Andy, what a fun game to call.
Oh, my gosh. I mean,
Santa came early for us, I'd say.
Sure did. I mean, I don't know how we're going to be able to get to this high level again in terms of enthusiasm in the upcoming days here.
I know, for sure. Well, what a great way to kick off the Christmas season. A gift from the Newport Harbor girls water polo team. A 15-6 win in the Battle of the Bay. Any win against the Sea Kings, Sea Queens, that school from across the Bay, any win against them always feels like a present no matter what time of year.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, Alex.
Big thanks to John Hoist and the TarTV crew for producing tonight's broadcast in the pouring rain. We had to adjust some things, but we made it work, so big thanks to them. Big thanks to Principal Dr. Sean Bolton and Athletic Director Dr. Jerry Murray for making this happen, and, of course, Head Coach Ross Sinclair, his players, his staff, and all the Newport Harbor water polo players, parents, and coaches. For my broadcast partner, Andy Hayes, this is Alex Crawford saying from the Bill Barnett pool deck to Davidson Field, from the bell tower to the senior lot, you've been watching Newport Harbor Girls Water Polo on TarTV. Go Sailors, and have a very Merry Christmas.
Go Sailors.